Pledge of Allegiance? All right.
The door's locked.
Yes, it's locked. That's why it needs to be propped open. Sorry.
That's okay. How's everyone doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Where's Mateo?
Okay, good evening, everybody. It's 5 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We'll start with roll call. Clerk, please call roll. Oh, we missing
Chair
somebody?
Henderson,
Here.
Vice Chair Lees,
Made it. Here.
Commissioner Jones. Here. Commissioner Lujan,
Present.
and Commissioner Olivares. Absent,
Absent.
we have a quorum.
Okay, all righty. Commissioner Lujan, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yep. Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right. Clerk, can you please play the public comment code of conduct?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? The meeting of this body is now in order. A code of conduct will now be read, and we request that you comply with it to ensure the efficient administration of the meeting. Members of the public, it is your right to participate in today's meeting, and this meeting body encourages such participation. However, the right of the public to address the body must be balanced with the need to ensure that public comment does not interfere with the orderly course of this body's business. All are reminded to abide by the following rules. Speakers must cease speaking immediately when their time has ended. Public comment on agenda items must relate to the subject matter of that item. General public comment is limited to subjects within the jurisdiction of the body. Public comment does not include the right to engage in a dialogue with members of this body or staff. Please remain respectful of the forum and refrain from uttering, writing, or displaying profane, personal, threatening, derogatory, demeaning, or other abusive statements towards the members of this body, staff, or any other person. Members of the audience should be respectful of the views expressed by speakers, staff, and members of this meeting body, and may not excessively clap, cheer, whistle, or otherwise disrupt the orderly conduct of the meeting. Any person engaging in conduct that disrupts the meeting is subject to being removed from the meeting. Finally, if you witness conduct or behavior by other members of the public that disrupts your ability to remain engaged or participate in this meeting, please notify city staff. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, now is the time for public participation on consent calendar items. Each speaker would be allotted 3 minutes. Do we have any speaker slips, clerk, for the consent calendar?
I do not have any items for consent calendar.
All righty. Okay, commissioners, we're gonna go ahead and read this. All matters listed on the consent calendar will be enacted in one motion unless any members of the Planning Commission wishes to pull items, in which case they will be removed from the consent calendar and be considered separately following this portion of the agenda. Commissioners, would you like to discuss any items on the consent calendar? We just have the 2 items, so commissioners, may I please get a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar?
No motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Commissioner Jones, and a second.
I'll second that.
Second from Commissioner Lujan. Are we doing electronic or?
Voice vote
Voice
for
vote.
this-
Okay, so
for
all
this
in
item.
favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. All right. Okay, that's the consent calendar items. Okay, so we're on to the public hearing items. Clerk, would you like to read the brief description of item 6A?
Okay, so we have item 6A, adopt resolution number PC 2025-002, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Palmdale approving variance 25-0001, conditional use permit 21-010, site plan review 21-011, Reclamation Plan 21-002, which is a request to establish a mining and reclamation operation including aggregate processing and a batch plant facility on an approximately 80-acre site located on the northeast corner of the future alignment of East Avenue S and 80th Street East, and adopt the mitigated negative declaration and mitigation monitoring and reporting program prepared for the project.
Thank you very much. Hate to have you go through all of that and say, we have a memo saying this item is continued until August 14th. So, but we still need to open the public hearing, so I'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Do we have any speaker cards for 6A?
No, we do not.
Okay, great. We'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And then, commissioners, can I have a motion and a second to continue this item to August 14, 2025?
Motion.
Okay, I have, okay, I got a
So-
motion from Vice Chair Elise and a second from Commissioner Jones. Please show your vote. Are we doing voice or are we doing?
You should have it up
like
on your,
electronic?
you should have it up on your
Okay.
screen.
Now, are you guys doing the motions and seconds for us? Or are we doing it, are we on our own now?
It should be on your screen, so you
Okay.
should enter your, the mover
So
and the
Elise,
second.
And then Jones for the
And
second.
then I'll record that, and you'll be able to begin voting
There
now.
you go. Please show your vote.
Okay, and Olivares is absent tonight, so we will now record the vote.
The motion, let the record show, motion passes with 4 yes votes. Okay, on to 6B. Clerk, would you like to read? You could just, I'll give you a break this time. Just read the name of the resolution, the number.
Okay. So item 6B would be to adopt resolution number PC 2025-007.
Oh, lo and behold, a memo has been provided to continue this item until August 14th, 2025. So we'll start with opening the public hearing.
No
Any
speaker cards for this item?
Nope. Okay, we will close the public hearing. Commissioners, can I get a motion and a second to continue this item until August 14th, 2025?
I'll motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Commissioner Jones, a second from Vice Chair Elise. Please show your vote.
Are you able to enter on your end? Okay, so we had Jones on the first one, right?
Let the record show, motion passes with 4 yes votes to continue this item until August 14th. Okay, on to 6C. Clerk Magallanes, would you like to read the description?
6C is to adopt resolution number PC 2025-014, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Palmdale recommending City Council approval of Zoning Ordinance Amendment 25-0002, amending Title 17 of the Palmdale Municipal Code to address commercial land uses within the zoning ordinance and find that the project is consistent with the program Environmental Impact Report 22-002, prepared and certified in conjunction with the city's general plan, Palmdale 2045.
Okay, and we have a staff presentation by Sarah Stachnik.
Good evening, Commissioners. Before you tonight is Zone Ordinance Amendment 25-0002. This is an amendment to adjust commercial land use regulations and to clarify and streamline approval processes and improve consistency of allowed uses within commercial areas. First, cottage food operations, or the preparation and packaging of food in a private home for the sale to consumers, are allowed in zones where residential uses are allowed. Therefore, this amendment will update the land use table to reflect that, to allow cottage food operations with administrative approval. Second, the office flex zone is intended to be a transition between intensive service and industrial uses. Currently, there are some uses that are allowed in the commercial zones and the industrial zones. So we've updated that zone, the office flex zone, to be more of a transition between those two zones. So these uses include animal sales and services, nursery garden center, tattoo body art piercing, bar nightclub lounge, brew pub, tap room, wine bar, microdistillery. These would all require a use permit of some kind. Third, this update will change the approval process for bona fide restaurants to be consistent with other commercial zones and will allow indoor commercial recreation and sports uses in all commercial zones with administrative approval, rather than a conditional use permit. This update will also clarify the parking requirement for indoor commercial recreation uses, which will assist in the approval process. Finally, staff recommends adding a new land use to address on-sale alcohol as an accessory use. This land use is intended to provide flexibility to businesses wishing to establish incidental on-sale alcohol sales, which may not otherwise meet the requirements of a bona fide restaurant or a bar. As such, this amendment is intended to make it easier to establish businesses within the city and also attract businesses to our commercial areas. And with that, staff recommends that the commission approve the resolution recommending council adoption of the zone ordinance amendment and find that the project is consistent with the previously adopted EIR. Staff is available for questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go ahead and open a public hearing. Do we have any speaker cards on this item?
We do not have speaker cards for this item.
Okay. And planning commissioners, do you have any questions or comments or concerns?
I guess I just need clarification. So this is not for a specific business, this is just changing it for any businesses that want to have these items or sell these items?
Correct, yeah. So it's across the board, we have a land use table. The adjustment is Exhibit A of the packet. So any business that's looking to open, one of these uses in that area, this would change the approval process for all of them, not for a specific business.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the name? I know you told me earlier. What's the name of the entertainment company that's going into Forever 21?
That'll be round one.
Round one. So when I read the packet, it sounded like it was kind of bringing round one in because it said entertainment and restaurant, because they have entertainment and restaurant round one, correct?
Correct. So that's kind of where this amendment originated from. They don't technically qualify as a bona fide restaurant, but we do want to attract these types of businesses and make sure that we made it a seamless process without going through a conditional use permit when it's something that the city supports.
So my only concern is because it looks like it took the alcohol part out of not being a CUP anymore, and which for that use is probably fine. But if somebody came along on Palmdale Boulevard and wanted to open a nightclub, stuff on Palmdale Boulevard gets crazy. What mechanism would we have where a CUP normally is the one we could revoke it to control a nightclub on Palmdale Boulevard, let's say?
Sure, absolutely. So we have a few different levels of alcohol approval. So bar, nightclub, lounge is a separate land use, and so those require conditional use permits. So those will still go through those uses. We also have definitions for each one of them that clearly specify, what is intended there. This added use will be accessory, so there are limits on, that it's not the primary use to sell alcohol, whereas like bar would be. There's limits for 20%. So bona fide restaurants have very specific requirements for the kitchen to be open to a certain hour, that only 10% of the floor area be dedicated, that there's no dance floor, that sort of thing. So, bona fide is a very narrow use that's allowed, and then bar, nightclub, brew pub, we have a bunch of different land use tables, so they all have specific definitions. But this is really intended, more for it's an accessory to another, use that's not primarily alcohol related.
So, but if they had an establishment that had alcohol, would adding the gaming or the gaming part change its status a little bit? And would the zoning along, let's say Palmdale Boulevard, allow for that? Because I know the zoning at the mall is a different zoning, where they're allowed to go later at night. And it's the beyond 10:30 at night and alcohol together that we're always worried about.
I could go ahead and chime in. So Palmdale Boulevard, the land use that's along Palmdale Boulevard is mixed use. So this is not going to affect mixed use. This is
Okay.
only for commercial land uses.
Okay.
So your regional commercial, visitor commercial, neighborhood commercial, those areas.
There is some mixed use component of it. For accessory uses, but I believe those uses were already allowed in the mixed use zones.
So are we allowed to, though, control the hours? Because if some new, let's say some new establishment came in that wasn't seemingly as innocuous as Round One just looks like a fun place, right, that people aren't gonna get crazy, hopefully. But let's say another company comes along and they're a little bit like, a little more rowdy, like knocked up a few notches. What is the tool we can use that if it starts to get out of control, we can shut it down? Because normally we pull the CUP, but are there rules in there that they can violate that we can then say, okay, you're done. We don't want you to operate anymore because you're out of control?
So it still is a use permit, still a minor use permit, so it's, similar to a conditional use permit in that we can add conditions to the approval. So that can always be added as a condition of approval that it has hours of operation. That minor use permit can also, minor use permit can also be brought to planning commission. It's administrative approval, but it can always be, director's discretion to come up to planning commission.
Okay. Yeah, we just want to make sure that we keep everything safe, because we've had, establishments when they're more nightclubby and they get to like midnight, 1 o'clock, and there's people drinking, sometimes people get crazy. So if we see something getting out of hand, we want to be able to rein it in and want to make sure we're not giving away those tools.
I'd like to chime in a little bit here. With a minor use permit, I do want to clarify that we do also notify the neighbors. So it goes through a similar process, it just doesn't come to a public hearing. So there's still public outreach to let them know that this business is coming. As Sarah mentioned, we can also place conditions, and we also have language in our code that if it's something that we think may surpass a minor use permit or should require additional oversight, we could kick it up to the planning commission.
Okie dokie. We had those, what were those facilities that were along Palmdale Boulevard where they were playing those video games and they were gambling and they were getting a little out of control?
Right, so those are arcades and
Fish games or something like that?
bingo halls, and those have their own separate, those wouldn't be included in this.
Okay, I gotcha. Because, they put it in as just kind of like ping pong, no, what do you call it, like video games,
Right.
whatever. But really, they were gambling and it was nefarious stuff going on.
Right, and the intention really behind bringing this forward is making sure that we could attract those entertainment uses. I'll just throw Topgolf out there as an example.
Oh.
If there's no restaurant attached to it, or that is considered a bona fide restaurant, that we could make that type of process seamless for them, because that's the type of businesses we want to attract.
Okie dokie. Okay. Any other commissioners have any more comments?
No, I think you raised good questions.
No?
Good answers.
Okay, so then we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Any commissioner discussion? Okay, then can I get a motion and a second to adopt item 6A?
6C.
I'm sorry, 6C. 6C, sorry about that.
I'd like to make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion from Commissioner Olivares
No.
and a second from Commissioner Jones.
Lujan and Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry. Duh. I'm sorry, Lujan. Commissioner Lujan Okay, so, go show your vote.
Oh,
Show your motion, your
The
second.
wrong one.
You second, right?
I hit the wrong
Commissioner
one.
Lujan was the second.
Yeah.
Hit the second.
It was Lujan and Jones, I believe, right? Are you able to vote on your screen?
Oh, you know what? I mixed it up. Motion by Lujan, second by Jones.
Yes,
Yeah. Did you hit the second button? I think you did.
I did.
It's just overlapping on the screen, I can't see it.
It's asking me if I want
Ah,
to withdraw.
there we go.
There it is. It's moving slow.
Okay. Let the record show, motion passes with 4 yes votes. Okay, we are on to item 7A, selection of Planning Commission Chair and Vice Chair. All right, Commissioners, would anybody like to make a motion to nominate a chair?
I'll make a motion. I nominate Dean Henderson
Oh,
as chair.
thank you.
I second.
Oh, thank you. All right, we have a motion and a second. Please show your vote.
So I believe on this, we can do a voice.
Oh, okay. All right, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, four yes votes. Okay, so, Commissioners, may I please have a nomination for the position of Vice Chair?
I'd like to nominate Jethro.
All right,
I'll second.
wonderful. Okay, I have a motion from Commissioner Lujan and a second from Commissioner Jones to make Vice Chair Elise continue to be Vice Chair. Please show your vote, or say your vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you all. Okay, on to number 8, non-agenda public comments. Now is the time for public participation on items not listed on the agenda. Each speaker is allotted 3 minutes total. Clerk, do we have any speaker cards for non-agenda items?
We recanted the one notice we had, right? Okay. Okay, so no, we do not have any speaker cards for this item.
Okay. Then we'll go to staff communications.
Good
Staff-
evening, Commissioners. I just want to remind everybody that our next Planning Commission meeting will be at 6 PM.
Okey dokey. Next one is on August 14th, and hopefully all of our continuances will become something we work on. Okay, Commissioner reports and announcements. Do commissioners have any updates? We have a welcome back. Welcome back,
I'm glad to be
Commissioner
back.
Jones.
Thank you.
How was your vacation?
It was good.
Okay.
Whatever it was good, I guess.
Okay, you got
Much
to be free
needed.
for a minute, and they reeled you back in.
I'm glad that you guys were open to the time change.
Okay.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
So thank
Well,
you.
the first time it came around, it wasn't an option. It was
No.
5 or 7.
Yeah.
So, and I think even the other, I think we blazed a trail here by saying 6, because I hear rumors that maybe other commissions or council might possibly consider a 6.
I think that would
Maybe.
be great.
Who knows?
I think
Who
that would
knows?
be great.
Blazing the trail. Okay, so that is, I guess it, if nobody else has anything else to say. Okay, then we are adjourned until the August 14th at 6 PM. Thank you very much.